Okay, folks, there's been a lot of talk about who should be Trump's running mate in this 2024 presidential election now that he has the Republican nomination secured. And I'm going to tell you who I think it should be, and the choice is really obvious. Nobody's really talking about it. But let's go down the list of some of the names that have been thrown out. Supposedly, he's got it down to a short list, but you never know with Trump. This won't take long. I mean, I couldn't quite fit it into a short. I won't waste too much of your time, but let's talk about this before I get to who I think it should be. And starting off, a couple of names being thrown around are Marco Rubio and Ron DeSantis, Governor Ron DeSantis, both of Florida. I don't think it would be either of them. If Trump picks them, he'd have to change his state of residency so that they could get the Florida electoral votes. I think the Republican Donald Trump and his running mate will need those votes. So I don't think it would be either of them. Marco Rubio would be a better choice, I believe. The DeSantis campaign just kind of felt off. Maybe it was too soon for him to be running for president. I don't know. Then there's been talk of a woman running mate to, attract some of the female vote. The three names that have been thrown around are Kari Lake, Governor Kristi Noem of South Dakota, and Representative Stefanik. And I'll knock her off the list right away. Just there's no name recognition. I'm not even sure how to pronounce her first name. Sorry, guys. Kristi Noem. She was probably one of the front runners. Then she wrote about putting a dog down herself in her book. That's going to turn a lot of voters off, unfortunately. Kari Lake, possibility. She's a no nonsense person and, is smart and doesn't take any crap off anybody. So we'll keep her on the short list. Some of the other names Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio, North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum. I got my list as what I'm looking down. And Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas. To me, Governor Burgum definitely does not have the name recognition. Tom Cotton and J.D. Vance, they're well known nationally, but to me, it feels like a safe pick, like Mike Pence was in 2016. And, well, obviously, we know he's definitely not going to be the pick. I don't think it would be either of them. And then there's been talk of Senator Tim Scott, Representative Byron Donalds, and Dr. Ben Carson to maybe attract some of the minority of the black vote. Byron Donalds, the Florida factor, so he's probably off the list. Again, unless Trump changes his residency back to New York, I don't see that happening. Dr. Ben Carson, I like Ben Carson. He's a smart guy. Seems like a really nice, down to earth man. I think he's better suited off in the cabinet. He's almost too soft spoken to be a running mate. Senator Tim Scott, I could see that one as a possibility. And so, I mean, I kind of got Tim Scott and Kari Lake on the short list. Another name I'm going to throw out there just for kicks and giggles, probably won't happen. I'd love to see Candace Owens be his running mate just to see her in a debate with cackling Kamala, hyena face that is our current VP. I think Candace would absolutely wipe the floor. I think it would be funny for Candace to get on stage and go, well, I know I'm 4 years too late, but welcome to the black community. Because, yeah, well, Kamala pretending to be black, whatever. But I'm going to tell you my choice, and it's so obvious. It's Ted Cruz. I mean, he's got big name recognition. If it weren't for Donald Trump, he probably would have been our president in 2016. Excuse me. I mean, he's a true constitutional conservative. I think he could wipe any Democrat. You've watched him in Senate hearings. He can wipe any liberal off, wipe the floor with any liberal in a debate or a questionnaire. I think he'd be the perfect running mate. It would show that Trump's willing to bury the hatchet from the past and unite the party. And yeah, and then it would give Ted Cruz, who's popular, a springboard to run in 2028. I think it's the obvious choice. I think it's got to be Ted Cruz. Anyway, thanks for watching towards the end. If you're still here, let me know who you think should be Trump's running mate in the comments. But again, Trump Cruz 2028, 2024. I hope it happens. Like I said, like the video. Tell me what you think in the comments. Share with your friends. And Chaos in Southwest Nebraska, over and out.